This is Diecast channel, and in this video I'm going to show you this 1971 Dodge Charger RT made by Auto World in a 1:18 scale. So if you like those Mopars, those American muscle cars, don't miss a part of this video because we're going to unbox this car and take a better look at it. One thing that drew my attention at the very first beginning was this moonroof lid right here in the box. And here we have the Charger. It's correctly unboxed. It's made in this very nice orange color. It's probably HEMI orange, same color of General Lee, but this one has got a white vinyl top and a sunroof, and the bumpers are made in the body color. It's got the rally wheels and the trim around the wheel wells, just like the other Chargers. Working suspension, rear and front. Very realistic rally wheels. The rear one, the body lines are nice. Charger RT logo and a front wheel with Goodyear tires. This car has got the 426 HEMI engine. Interior is all made in white with a black dashboard. A white dashboard would look a little weird. As we open the door, we can see the steering wheel, the pedals, the gauges with the wood grain. Seats that look very nice. Central console. The steering wheel is very realistic. 3-spoke steering wheel. Gauges, which look very realistic, as well as the buttons and knobs. The air outlets on the dashboard. The air conditioning actually. Seats imitate white leather on the door. Door opens correctly, just like the one in a real car. The dashboard and the door panel is good. The trim, so we can see doors open correctly, and we can see the back seat. Front and back seats look very nice. We can see seat belts and buckles. And the open sunroof. Seats tilt. I'll tilt it back. You can see the central console with a compartment right near the seat. And the front door that opens grain pattern. Door closes correctly. It snaps back just like the one in a real car. Handle and lock are made in separate pieces, chrome pieces actually. And a Charger RT, even though it's painted on, it's very well made. It's decal actually. Vinyl is perfect, and the sunroof has this lid and we can snap it back and it closes correctly. Has a little gap, but really it's no big deal. The rear of the car looks very realistic and very nice. Dual exhaust, tail lights, and the trunk lid. And as we open the trunk lid, we can see this very realistic trunk with a spare tire, floor mat, latch, instructions for the jack right there on the trunk lid, hinges. The mat is perfect, spare tire is perfect. One more look at the tail lights, a closer look, so we can see they're very realistic. The lid is very well made. The lock is a separate piece, and the trunk lid shuts correctly. So we can see there are no gaps, no misalignments at all. Very well built car. The model car is nice. Passenger door, as we open it, you can see it opens correctly, and we can take a better look at the interior from the passenger side. One more look at the seats, central console. It looks like there's a ham radio right there. And a glove compartment. It's open actually. You can close this lid. Closes correctly. Charger RT logo on the dashboard with the wood grain pattern. And the air outlets, which are very realistic. Right under there, and the seats and the seat belts and buckles and the trim are so carefully made that we can see the door lock are so well made that we can see that nothing was really missed in this car. The door panel is very realistic, as we can see here. It looks like we're looking at a real car instead of looking at a model car. Headliner and a door that shuts correctly. No gaps, no misalignments. Chrysler pin star and Charger RT logo. The antenna, which is fixed. The front of the car is very realistic as well, and the grille is quite different from the other one I've shown before. The headlights are not concealed on this car. They're just like, they look like the ones in the 68 GTO. The hood locks and with the clips, they're all simulated. The blinkers, front license plate and the logo. This front badge looks very nice. And as we open the hood, we can see the very nice looking engine bay with this 426 HEMI engine. The black valve covers, cables and wires, the hoses, radiator, reservoirs, the hood itself, which is very well made. The hinges, which have spring system, just like the ones we find in real cars. It really looks like we're looking at the engine bay of a real car. The intake manifold is all rich in details. The battery, and as we close the hood, we can see it closes correctly. There's a little misalignment in the back, but we can work it out. Windshield wipers are concealed behind the hood, and the white seats look very nice. The grille with the Dodge logo. The base of the car is perfect. It's made with the primer pattern and the body color pattern. It's a unibody, so it's not body and chassis. We can see the frame, the engine and tranny drive shaft, which spins as we turn the rear wheels, just like the other models. Working suspension. It's the front wheel steer. Rear suspension works as well as the front one with coil springs. Mufflers and the gas tank are very realistic. The structure is very realistic. The bottom of the car is very realistic. By the way, this Muscle Cars book is an excellent reference I have for some information on muscle cars when I'm doing some review of a muscle car diecast model car. So I won't say a bunch of garbage or wrong information. This book looks very nice. It has some pretty good information. It's not the most complete one I've seen before, but still a very nice reference. So we're going to take a look at this book because I think there's a Dodge just like that one in there. As we look in the book, we find a Dodge Charger RT exactly like the one I've shown in the model car made by American Muscle. As we can see, all details are exactly like the ones we find in the miniature. So the model car is perfect. We can see the rear and the front and all details we've seen before in the model car. And as we look, we see this 426 engine produces 425 horsepower at 5,000 RPM, which is really something. 0 to 10, I would give this car a 10. I think it deserves. So let me know what you think about this car, about this video in your comments. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't forget to give me a thumbs up at the end of the video.